The Dead Don't Hurt is not the first attempt for Viggo Mortensen to ride three horses at once. In 2020, he wrote, directed and starred in drama Falling, which I skipped but I believe it did okay. And when it comes to westerns, he was absolutely striking in Appaloosa together with Ed Harris, who ironically also wrote and directed that one. So I guess it only made sense for Mortensen to combine those two experiences and for us, well, to get what we got. Western as it is not an overly complicated genre, but to make it work, however, there are several set-in-stone elements that need to be executed to the dot. Mortensen's story of two pioneers falling in love and trying to make it in a tiny town with a feeble law system and a few shifty rich guys does make a good baseline for it. Straight up front though, if you decide to give it a go, you have to commit to the first 25 minutes or so. I know, it sounds lame, it's not the greatest pitch, but in Viggo's case, the film does start to shine much later when two of our leads finally have a conversation. The film does have emotionally strong opening, which kinda got lost on me with the bar-turned-courtroom scene that only needs to be half as long, and during which Mortensen left his director's chair only once, just so we don't forget that he's still in the movie. But don't bother to remember yet, now we gotta learn about Vivian's, played by Vicky Creep's past. Well-needed sequence will keep paying off, but two new different settings, connected by nervously unending time jumps? That's the whole different film. Patience is a virtue, some say. Well, maybe in this case, because when Helger and Vivian finally get together, the film does land on its feet. And I couldn't expect more from Mortensen and Creeps, by the way. Their performances are passionate, honest, organic, and their chemistry is just wonderful, it's igniting. It also helps that they both can be equally funny, considering that a lot of their communication is non-verbal and conversation is kinda slow, even by 19th century standards.
Yeah.
The film opens heavily on Vivian's face, while Holger undergoes one of the slowest reveals in protagonist's history, while he is on screen, that is. Now looking back, I think I know what it meant. It was foreshadowing what's to come, because when he finally decides to go check out the Civil War, Vivian does take the center stage, and for a while it becomes solely her story. Unless, of course, I'm overanalyzing here. Funny enough, I didn't even miss Viggo. I found Vivian's being alone journey touching, compelling, and quite interesting. It's a story of a strong, independent woman, but I mean it only in a good way, because she's written and portrayed extremely well. It's a story of a single mother and a survivor. Vivian's character was inspired by Mortensen's late mother, who he loved and respected very much, and all that shines straight through. It's just wonderful. Speaking of Holger's decision to join the war, however, I didn't buy it. He says before he came to America, he was in a 3-year war between Denmark and Prussia, and that they barely made it, and now he wants to, and these are his own words, to go see what the Civil War is all about. An older man should know better, Holger. Any war is a mess. Overly curious? Well, go read the news. No newspaper in your tiny town? Fine, write to a bigger one. It's 1860s. By now there are over 3,000 newspapers in America. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. How does the film hold up as a Western? As a director, I think Mortensen did great. He captured the right feel for it, and in general, cinematography I think is very easy on the eyes, to say the least. But as you know, a classic Western movie plot usually depicts a crime, then it showcases the pursuit of an offender, and all that is wrapped up in a revenge and retribution. So, the wittier and the stronger is the antagonist, the stronger is the climax. Not only The Dead Don't Hurt is not focused on pursuit, and revenge is not really its focal point, the baddies in it are kind of like, One talks way too much and is way too quiet, which is not a great combo, and the other two are a dad who wants to milk the town and a son who wants nothing but to bang stuff and be loud. Seriously.
Can I get some goddamn service?
In fact, he's so plain crazy that he makes Back to the Future's Mad Dog Tannen look like an amateur. He received zero logic when it was given out. Literally, dealing with him is like dealing with a child on tantrum. Out is the only way, like for everyone. So I found all of them very one-dimensional, and there is a resolution, but it carries more of a melodramatic rather than ecstatic feel. So I wouldn't recommend this film to anyone who likes their westerns in a specific classically exciting way, but if you are into period dramas, this could be a wonderful quiet evening kind of thing. And despite all the puns I just made, I'll be honest, I enjoyed it for what it is. And you now know what to expect. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one.